Hello friends! So I'm going to do a tutorial for getting pets, specifically the small pets that live in your house. First thing you're going to need to do is use your workbench to make, with 7 silver, you need pet bowls. So first you're going to make the pet bowls. That's what's going to open up being able to take home your pets. Now when you feed the pets, they are just going to take regular old fodder, but you can also give them whatever crops you have on hand if they're hungry. Now, different pets give you different options. They all have bonuses, and each bonus is going to be a little bit different on what type of bonus you're looking for. So I'm going to rank the animals and tell you where they're located based on what I find most useful. So if you like the dogs, the most useful dog in my opinion is going to be one that you can pet once a day and recover 4 hearts. That one is going to be the Bernese Mountain Dog. It is located in Zimmergrad Animal Shop for 15,000 gold, and it shows up after starting the 5th cultural level star. So you don't have to have it full, just have it opened with a little bit in there, and that will open up so that you can buy that Bernese Mountain Dog. You can get wolves, which will bring you fish. Same with the coyotes. Personally, I just prefer to go fishing because I can get much more valuable fish that way. But if you hate fishing, you can just tame one of the types of wolves. I would recommend not doing the white fox or the foxes or the coyote, but fixing directly on the wolf itself. You'll get better quality fish that way. Now, the next section of animals would be cats. Of the cats that you can get, there's 2 that I would say are the best. If you're just looking for one to buy because you don't like hunting them down and petting them, your best bet is going to be buying the American Shorthair. That one is going to be in the Providence Animal Shop for 12,000 gold after starting the town's 5th cultural star. Now, if you don't have that kind of money, or if you don't have Providence that far along, you can get the same thing simply by taming the bobcat. Now the bobcat is going to be one that I'm going to show here on the video, where it's located, how to tame. So we'll go into that a little bit more, but you'll get the same thing. You pet it once a day, you'll recover 4 hearts of stamina. The birds will bring you different types of seeds. The best one in my opinion is going to be the rosy-faced lovebird. That will be one that we are also going to go hunt down. I can show you on the map where those ones are located because I took some time to locate them. So they should still be out, but not for much longer. They're only out during the day, which is 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. So here's the rosy-faced lovebirds. There's some here, one here, and then a few over here. Now, the rosy-faced lovebirds will give you the most rare, uncommon crop seeds. You can get seeds from any type of bird, like a pidgey, but these are the ones that will get you the more valuable, rare ones. You'll get common ones, but it's more likely that you're going to get uncommon or rare seeds. The meerkats that you see on here, they're part of like the ferret, otter, meerkat family. Otters will give you like shellfish, which I find that I'm always full of shellfish, so I don't have any need for that. The meerkats, I believe, are more useful. They can bring you gemstones, but it's mostly gonna be common, but they'll bring some rare gemstones too. So it's not gonna, you might get like a bunch of glass, but then they might show up and give you a moonstone or an opal or an aquamarine, which is really useful if you're trying to upgrade your sprinklers. So the meerkats, in my opinion, are the most valuable. The ferrets will bring you some gemstones as well. They're usually ore, but it's more of the common types that are easier and found everywhere. There is also owls. The owls will bring you crops, and regular owls will bring you common crops. The small owl, which is one that we're also going to be hunting after 7 p.m., is going to bring you more uncommon crops and occasionally rare crops like the royal herb. They are more likely to bring you fodder corn than any of the other ones. So since fodder corn you need a lot to keep your animals fed, I like to have a small owl. So that's an option. There's also going to be snowy animals. There's a snowy owl that pops up over here. Petting a snowy animal means that when you're in here or in the volcano, you have several hours worth of protection against heat. Might be useful if you haven't unlocked your outfit that keeps you cool all the time. So there's also Sasquatches, but those are more, that's going to be in like the barn animals. You can find one up here and there's another one over here, but I'm not including them in this one. Even though they raise the value of your farmlands by 1 full level, they're useful, but they are also considered a mount. You can ride them around. They're going to be barn animals. They require a spot in your barn. So this is going to be all the small animals rather than those ones. So in my opinion, those are the most valuable ones. For my house, I'm going to go with a rosy-faced lovebird, a meerkat, and then it just depends on if I can get a small owl or if I can get the cat for the 5 hearts first. So now that we have gone through the explanation, let's talk about how to capture your friends. So first thing, I have plenty of snacks here that I could choose from. You can see that I've spent some time gathering some fish. I got some food. I don't necessarily need all of this, so I'll probably put back the things that they aren't likely going to be able to eat anyway. But anything that you give them, they will eat, even the fried eggs. So it is up to you what you want to bring. It doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to be high-end. It doesn't have to be a hybrid. It could just be things that you pick up. I just apparently had all kinds of stuff in my pockets that I need to clean out. Anyway, we're going to focus on the foods. So things you want to stay away from is the shellfish, unless you're specifically going for an otter. You'll want to stay away from eggplant. They can't eat eggplant for the most part. If you're going for a cat or something like that, you'll want to make sure you have a fish or egg or a fried egg. They'll eat all of those. They'll eat these, but I think you get better bumps if you keep with their protein. Wolf will eat as well, anything really. So I think with this we've got a good bunch of options that we can try to bribe our little friends with. So let's go on a hunt. We're gonna head to the Herbsburg area and try to catch a lovebird. Now, we won't be able to catch any of them tonight, but you can get double increases for the any animal that you try to tame by first petting and then feeding them. So let's go ahead and this is my Mount Blueberry. We're gonna head over there a little faster. There is our lovebirds. Now, we probably won't have time to capture the meerkats as well, I'll try to show you where they're at. You sneak up, you pet, and then you very quickly hold an item and talk to it again to give it a treat. Now let's head over to the meerkat, if I can get him before he disappears, since they're gone at 7 p.m. I did this on purpose right next to 7 p.m. so that then I could show you how to hunt down and search for. And here is the meerkats, and they just disappeared. But that's where they're located. That's the quickest and easiest ones of them to try to tame. They're right next to the raindrop pond statue right here. And the lovebirds that are the easiest to capture are right here. So, next thing we're going to try for is the small owl and the bobcat. Now, I don't have those locations for either of those, so I'm going to show you their most likely haunts. We'll see if we can find one, and then we'll see if we can figure out, based on their locations, what would be the best one to try to locate. They're mostly going to be up in this area here for the bobcats. I think there's one in this pocket right here, and then there's one on this little island area right here. None of those look like they'd be particularly easy to get to, but this one might probably be the fastest. Just if it's there, we can get it on our maps. So let's take our... They won't show up at every location right at 7 every time. So occasionally you will have to go through and oh, I forgot that I need to go up one level to get to the farm area. I do spend time fencing off all of my areas so that I can get free fertilizer from the goddess whenever a storm happens to go through. Okay, so let's see. All right, let's see if I can navigate there. Oh, there's supposed to be a way down over here. Oh, there it is. It's just tiny. Yep, and there they are. You can see he's right there, so I'm gonna walk away so I don't scare him off. I just need to pet him the one time to get him on my list. And did I scare him off? Nope. So we're sneaking up to him, pet him, and then we give him a treat. If he can eat it. So, and depending on how, even petting him again or giving him another treat doesn't give him another one, but you have to come back over several days. Looks like Blueberry's hungry. We'll give him an egg. Alright, so now that we've pet that one, here you can hit Y on the map to scroll down to the... We want the bobcat. That's the one that gives us the best options. And then you can see there's a bobcat right there. There's one here. There isn't an easy way or a fast way to travel to him. There's one over here. Again, not easy or fast to travel to. And one over here. So I think the one that we did, even though there's these ones over here, you're still going to be... This one might be easier to navigate to because there's less up and down and up and down. So that one might be easier even though it looks like it's a little further away than the one that we trained it on. So that's probably the one that I would try to to tame if I was going to get one right this moment. But let's switch gears and see if we can track down the small owl. Now, the small owl is also going to be located here in Herbsburg. I usually put off getting pets until I've dropped the Herbsburg wall, just so that I have things opened up so it's a little easier to locate. Now, I think the fastest one that we're going to locate is going to be right next to this Harvest Woods shrine, if he's there. Let's see if we can find the small owl. Now, he's going to be up on one of these sides. Hang on, let me take a look. I think... You know what? I think he might be up here and then we can't reach him. Let's see. I think there's one over here. Now there's some Akita dogs that are there during the day. And if you have your farm here, you probably see it all the time, which would make this a very easy way to tame your small owl if you want to get the rare seeds and have free fodder seeds dropped in your pockets every once in a while. They don't bring them every day. I think it's every other day or every third day. It depends. But as you can see, there's our little small owl. I always start sneaking farther away so that I don't scare him. These ones will continue hopping around. Once you pet him, he'll stay close enough that you can then give him a treat. The little owl is pretty easy to tame. You can see we got almost two full notes in one day. And now that we have found him, we can do a search, head over to the Animals tab, look for the small owl, which is this one with all of the... It looks very close to the owl. So the regular owl only gives you common seeds, so it's not as worthwhile. Snowy owl, if you pet the snowy owl, gives you protection against heat for, I think, most of the day. But if you pet your owl and then immediately go, you can take care of any crops or things at the desert and the volcano until you get your outfit that'll protect you. So that's a consideration. But we are looking at the little owl. So you can see there's this little owl here. This one is on that little ledge. So this one probably wouldn't have been bad considering my farm isn't located close, so that's probably the one we should have looked for. This one looks like it's close, but it's really not. You have to go up here and then around here and then up there. So this one probably would have been easier to locate as well. But now we have several options. If we want to continue petting them every day, they will join us, and then just to make them happy in our farm, if we go back home, they will join us in our house. We can then feed them by putting fodder, just regular feed that you get out of your feed maker in the barn, in their bowls. You can continue to feed them by handing them crops, but that's generally not as easy. Once you have pets, if you click on this book right here, it will then give you the name of your animal. Any animals that you no longer want, say that you had the snowy owl and you got your clothes to make you keep cool and you don't need the snowy owl anymore, you can then let go of the snowy owl, return it to the wild. Any name that you gave it, it will still retain. You can retame it again if you want to bring it back after you've upgraded and can have more animals in your home. So the first house upgrade, you only have one feed, so you can only have one small pet. This is the second one, you can have 3. There is a third upgrade, and then you can have 5 small pets. But I did just want to show you basically how to tame the small pets, which ones in my opinion are the best. If you have any questions or comments about your opinions on what the best small animals are, include them below. I'd be happy to reply back. If you have a question on where a animal is located, I'd be happy to show you. Feel free to comment below. If this was a useful tutorial for you, please like it. If you want to be alerted when new tutorials come out, go ahead and subscribe. Thanks for watching and have a great day.